Alright, happy Easter everybody. Gonna run a short operating session. I think I'll just switch the lumber mill and the pulpwood. I usually run the coal mine as a separate train anyhow, because my passing siding isn't long enough for a train to run around it if I try to switch everything at the same time. So I do one of them before lunch for the crew, and then another one after lunch for the crew. So we're going to use our NW GP9 that I've custom painted and weathered. Got a CSX wood chip hopper, which I really need to get rid of because it's out of the it's really too modern for me. In theory, this is the 70s and CSX wasn't formed then. I bought that this at a hobby shop. I have a practice. I will never leave a hobby shop without buying something, because there's so few of them around anymore. So whether it's a magazine, paint, glue, something. So the hobby shop in Nitro, West Virginia only had 2 G-scale cars, and this was one of them. So I bought it. I may have to re-letter it or something, or trade it for an older one. I got an NW bulkhead flat. I painted and renumbered that, and I've got this Aristocraft gondola. That's next Wabash, if you can see it. I weathered it real heavy and re-stenciled it. And this caboose, I bought it undecorated, and I decaled and weathered that. So it's like a northeast type caboose. So what I typically do when I operate my G-scale is I'll take it out of the yard and I'll just let it loop for a few times, just for the heck of it, add some mileage, and I'll shoot a few shots here and there, add to the video. Then we'll get to the sawmill and we'll switch out the sawmill, run around the train, and we'll get the pulpwood loading on the way back. So I'll just get different random shots going both ways, so you can sort of see the Garden Railroad. Okay, so this is Truitt lumber. It's the fictitious end of the line. One time the line went farther, to a big coal mine, but now it's just this is the end of the line where we run around the train and go back. We'll let it loop one more time. One time back in steam days, they had a shay, and there's a big old steam-powered sawmill right here. This was the log pond over here, but it's been replaced with a modern mill. And they ship lumber. They cut a lot of mining timbers, and then they also have the chips that they ship out. You can see there used to be another track here, which would have made the runaround a lot easier if that track was still there. And I've got a pile of rails there. So next time the train comes around, I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to leave the caboose down here so I can put it on the end of the train later on. This makes the switching just a little bit easier. Like I said, this is about the same as the 2 foot by 4 foot N scale layout, but I never like run around the whole loop to simulate a runaround track. So I'm going to drop the caboose right around in here. Okay, I've cut off the caboose. Now I'm going to pull on up so I'm clear of the runaround track turnout, and I'm going to drop the gondola. I want it behind the engine on the way back. And you can hear Norfolk Southern in the background. Okay, I've cut off the gondola. I'm going to pull up and throw the switch to go in to switch the lumber mill. Okay, I coupled it onto the cars. Now we're going to pull the loads. Alright, now we'll put them back on the main line. Okay, now we're going to put our train back together. We'll go back and get the caboose, tack it onto the end, and then we can head back to Hagans. And I probably won't film all that. If you're new to my channel, this is a USA Trains GP9. It has battery power and Rail Pro sound. It's probably the best sound out there right now. Since most of my layout is on curves, I have a lot of trouble coupling automatically. So that's why you'll see me stopping the front video quite a bit, because couplers just don't line up. Okay, we've gone back to get the caboose. So now we're going to pull forward and tack it onto the end of our train, which is now the full wood chip hopper. Another thing about garden railroading is sometimes you'll end up with green stuff stuck on your engine, hanging out. Yeah, we run around the train. Now we're heading back to Hagans. We're going to stop, switch Bartram Pulpwood on the way. Alright, the next time the train comes around, I'm going to switch out Bartram Pulpwood. As you can see, the track is completely on a curve. I have very few straight sections on my layout. Good thing about G-scale is it's real easy to just lift up the car and put it right back on the track because it's, you know, it's so big. So if I have to do that, I'll try using the pick first, but you may see me actually just lift the end of the car up to uncouple it. Okay, we uncoupled from the uncoupled the empty gone, so we'll pull up. I've got a brakeman here trying to help me out. As long as he doesn't bump the camera, we're okay. You'd almost think I'm out on the chassis system, like indoors. This is Tux. Back up and pull the car. Those are all twigs that I cut. They are, I do have foam in the bottom, so it's not 100%, but that car weighs a fair amount. And yeah, it took me a while. I think loading pulpwood like this is illegal now, but it was common back in the 70s. And I've got a derailment. Well, because I was pushing that really heavy car with a light, empty gondola. Through an S-curve to boot. Alright, I think we're good now. Might have been part of the problem. I had some big pieces of mulch down in the turnout. Might not have thrown all the way. All right. Alright, we're going to run a couple more laps and we'll go back to the yard. The reason why that rock is there, it reminds me of a place on the old Lexington and Eastern, which became the L&N. It had a place called Truitt, Kentucky. You can probably Google it. And there used to be a hotel there, a station. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like around 1920. The only thing left to identify Truitt is a rock. Okay, I've thrown the turnout and we're going to come into the yard. We'll drop the train off, run around, take the caboose off the back, and then we'll just park the engine and caboose and we'll be done. Oh, did the wrong turnout. Now we're good. So now I need to get the caboose on. we'll leave those loading cars on that track, and tonight the local will pick them up, take them to Williamson, and leave empties for tomorrow. We're just going to park the engine and caboose around this track with the maintenance away equipment. Alright everybody, I'm going to put all these clips together into a video and post it. I hope your Easter Sunday was as beautiful as mine was. Sun's coming down here in a little bit, and we'll have a dinner outside. We're still social distancing. None of us have had all of our shots yet. My wife and I have had our first shot. He has signed up to get his first shot, so we're still being cautious, and we will be until we know we're all safe. So again, hope everyone had a nice Easter. Everybody, stay safe.